John King for The Sprawl, post-fight at ACB 47 in Glasgow alongside the victorious Saul Rogers. Another victory, another submission, and again you got it done very quickly against Mitchell Adelina. You kind of want to try to show your striking a little bit early on, but eventually you went for the takedown. I don't think you got the first one, got the second one, eventually took the back, and from then on, you know, people knew what was going to happen. What do you make of the performance? Are you happy with it?
Yeah, I'm happy that I got the performance against a tough guy, got it done quite quickly, but yeah, failing on the first shoot, made a few mistakes on the feet as well, so there's always little niggles that I'm going to kind of pick apart, but I've been doing this a long time and I know it's never going to be a perfect performance, but to get him out quick when I could have either stalled or win or, you know, just took it through the rounds, yeah, I can't be too unhappy, but I know it wasn't flawless tonight, so back to the drawing board and working with my team.
Yeah, obviously, you know, ACB is a massive show, you know, a big name for itself in Russia, coming over here trying to boost itself, and it's signed a lot of top names. Obviously, we got Robert Whitefield fighting at the moment, we've had Norman Park, Saul Rogers, we've had everybody, you know. What was it like, you know, throughout the whole experience of fight week and tonight? What's it been like? Is there any difference in this fight week?
No, you know, ACB's put on a great show. They've treated me really well, and not only this fight week, really. As soon as I signed with them, they've made sure all my needs have been taken care of. So yeah, this has just been like any other show. Well, any show that's kind of treated me decent, I've got no problems, and I feel like I've signed with the right promotion now.
Yeah. Your last fight was at Tanko not too long ago, so you've kind of come right off that and rushed into this one. Is that what you prefer? Do you prefer to kind of be fresh and kind of know still feel what it's like to be in the cage? Do you prefer to come off, you know, one camp and straight into another, or do you want a rest in between?
No, I mean, when I come out of tough, I took a year off training, personal reasons and all sorts of other reasons. And that year, honestly, it was rubbish. I was training every day with my training partners. And even though I take time off fighting, I never take time off training, you know, so I'm a good body for my training partners every day, but I just didn't feel like me. That year it was horrible. The second I got signed with Andre, I felt, boom, yeah, this is me again. So I thought, I'm not going to let that feeling slide away now. So as soon as I got the win on Andre, ACB signed me up. I said, right, get me on the next show, which was literally 5-6 weeks in between fights. Straight after this, I'm ready to go again now. I'm not leaving it.
Yeah. You know, as I mentioned earlier, you took Mitchell Adelina's back. You were riding him, you know, it was like you were like a backpack. And in the end, he kind of flipped over. What were you thinking when he kind of tried to flip? Was that any danger for you of, you know, going head first? What were you thinking in that moment?
Yeah, I actually landed on my head. As soon as he flipped, I heard one of my coaches, I heard Carl Tongel, I think, say he's going to spike. So as I heard that, I didn't even get time to react. I was already going, so I just took my head tight. Yeah. Luckily, I've not much sense up here, so yeah, it didn't affect me too well. But that just made me even more determined to choke him out. Then as soon as he spiked me, that's it. I wanted to put him out. Then I really did.
Yeah. You know, he spiked you, as you said, and then moments later you got the choke. And you know, normally a lot of your opponents tap straight away. You had that choke for quite a while, and it looked tight. Was there any point where you thought, okay, he's going to go unconscious, he's not going to tap?
Yeah, at first it wasn't as tight as I would have liked. He was still fighting the hands quite well, so I was just trying to soften him up with a few chokes. And even again, when I got it locked in, luckily he didn't fight the hands too well, but it wasn't as tight as I thought, so I didn't put too much of a squeeze. The second I turned it, I think it was a short bar choke. I knew that was it, that was gone. I heard him gargling, and I was willing to blow my arms out on that choke because I knew it was done at that point.
Yeah. What's the plan now? Obviously, you know, you said you want to get right back in there. How long, you know, any time ACB have a show?
Yeah, well, there's literally been 5 or 6 weeks between my last two fights, so I think I'm just going to maybe take a week off with the family, give my missus a bit of a relax now, because I've put her through hell for the last, I don't know, month and a half, 2 months with 2 fights, so kind of just take a week or two, enjoy it with my family, no pressure, and then yeah, I'm looking at getting straight back on it.
Yeah. And before we go, anyone you give a shout out to?
All my team down at SBG, yeah, all my teammates, my head coach Carl Tanswell, all my training partners I train with day in, day out, Stapes, Matt Inman, David Grant, Desborough, Alex, oh my God, he's going to kill me, Alex Enland, who's drove all the way up here from Newcastle, you know, all of them. I know I've probably missed 1,010 names out there, so I apologise, but anyone who's ever kind of put any work into me and been there for me, sponsored, helped me out with money, all my friends, you know what I mean, like literally my friends, my brothers, everyone's just been there, looked after me, and I'm a humble guy. I'll never forget what people have done for me.
Yeah. one last thing before I go. There's been a lot of talk, you know, between Paddy and Brendan, which kind of kicked off today. And another one is you and Chris Fishgold. You know, Chris has just won, defended his world title. Is that something you can see happening? You know, obviously you've just signed a multi-fight deal with ACB. Is there any chance that you go over to Cage Warriors maybe for one fight or maybe for a few fights? Or is there any chance at all that fight happens between you and Chris or you and Paddy?
You know what, they've been throwing names about, me and Paddy, Bren, Chris, all of this other kind of stuff, but it's happened previous times in the past, and then people always say, oh, this guy's scared of fighting in this guy, and I never got caught up in the hype and the drama. I know what promotions, promoters, fighters are like, egos involved, so I let it play where it was, but make no mistake about it, if any of them boys come over to ACB, or it would, so the one who's right, I was going to go over fighting them, any of the names been mentioned, I am wholeheartedly, I know the guys say it and they kind of want to believe what they're saying, but wholeheartedly I think I'll beat anyone they put in front of me, any single person. So these super fights come about, I'm not going to kind of get caught up in the hype and because I don't really need to boost myself really, but if they come about documented here, I'm more than willing and I will take them fights 100%.
I'd love to see them. So congratulations and thank you very much.
I appreciate that. Thank you.